Yeah, good morning, guys. And once again, welcome to Forex Network Group. Before I start, let me put up the. Sorry, let me put up my. Okay, let me put up Wi-Fi so it does that we don't have any distraction. I think I should put the phone on flight mode to avoid. Good. So let's continue now. First, I welcome you all to Forex Network Group. Today is Friday, so that means it's our academic section where we'll be giving you strategies, tips to become a successful trader, and the do's and don'ts of the trading and financial world. And today we'll be talking about how to use price action to trade boom and crash. Because a lot of people, there's these we like call it a rumor going around that I can't use price action to trade boom and crash because boom and crash does not respect price action. And that's why actually I'm coming with this particular slide to show you how you can use price action to trade boom and crash. And before we start, it's important to know that using price action to trade boom and crash can be done in two different ways. And the two different ways has their own principle. So please make sure you watch this video to the end to make sure you get the principle, not just getting one of them, then you lose the other. Please and please make sure you get both principles so you can know when to apply the both principle. So first, you'll be talking about those with, let me say, small amount of capital. Remember, if you watched my last video on Tuesday time frame, I talked about if you're having small amount of capital, you're not expected to start what? So start to the boom and crash with the 30 minutes or the 1 hour time frame. We go back to that, so I can use the 30 minutes to the 1 hour time. That's the second one I told you. Remember I said it has two ways, or you can use a price action to trade what? To trade boom and crash. So that's for those with larger capital. But those with smaller capital, maybe just come into the Forex, into the boom and crash market, and maybe you want to just have a little knowledge of how the markets work. So that's what we'll be talking about today. So we'll be using the 5-minute chart to do what? To do our analysis using pure price action. As you can see, no indicator on our chart. Another thing you must take into cognizance is the fact that boom and crash actually does not give a good candlestick formation. When I mean candlestick formation, more like the other forex market or the stock market, where you can have the hammer sign, you can have the head and shoulder. Head and shoulder is available. That's for the larger time frame. But for the 5-minute chart, you rarely see the head and shoulder sign. So now, how do you trade it using what? Pure price action. So let's just go. Let me start from somewhere. Okay, I think let me just start from somewhere here. One major thing to know about using the 5 minutes to trade boom and crash. Maybe you can use the 15 minutes to trade it, but you don't use the 30 minutes if you don't have much capital. You come back to I can use 30 minutes to trade that. So let's say using 5 minutes. What you put into cognizance is what? Is our demand and supply level, which is further called the support and resistance level. How do you know? What we actually look for is once the market. Okay, let me remove this first. Let's say there's a level around there. Once the market goes up here, come around there. Remember, this become our support because I'll be testing around here. I support. Testing around there is the support. So what we wait for now, we want the support to become a resistance, to become valid. So a particular zone must be a support and a resistance before it becomes valid. So let's say it goes up again, tested it, and maybe finally goes up, break above it, then tested it again, then gets rejected. That makes this particular zone around there valid. So what we now do is what we now put our line around that particular zone. Then wait for the market to get to that zone again. Let's say the market moves down, then comes back to that zone. Then what do? We go for a sell market with our stop loss where our stop loss will now be where above that particular zone. So let's say it gets there now. So that means we are selling this market and expect the market to move down. So where will our take profits be? If our stop loss is here, remember our take profit should be at least where 2 times what we risk on that particular market. So let's use charts now to explain it. Okay, let's say, okay, good. This is what I was looking for. You can see somewhere around it, this was a what or the support. The support here, but yet it's not a valid until it becomes a resistance. Let's say see the support. It have to get broken, they become a resistance. Good. So this was I actually was looking for. Let me just use this. Let's now mark this particular level. Good. So that become our resistance here, meaning what this particular level is valid. Let's see if the market's good. Then the market get to that particular zone again, around here. So then what do we now look for? as I said, what you now what? Okay, I think you got to here. Sorry, I missed here. You can see it here, but this here is short market. Remember, it was a supported, then go below you, then came back here, became what resistance. What the market is now what's moving downward. So that means this particular market, you can enter the market somewhere around there with our stop loss above that particular structure, and of course, our take profit will be 2 times what we risk on that market. And you can see it. You're definitely in what? In profit. So let's still continue with some example. You can see again, the market still will tested that particular structure again, somewhere around there. Then what happens if you sell it, your stop loss will be above the structure, and you can see your take profit. Let's still continue. Let's for another example. Okay, I think there's another example somewhere here. Let me use this again. Let me use somewhere around here. So at this level, this was a what? Okay, let me use this. And this was our support. It became what? Resistance at this level. Remember, support became what? Resistance. So that means that particular zone is what? Is valid. So we now join we use our what? Our maybe rectangular zone. You can use a line to bet. I prefer using the rectangle. So once the market gets to that particular structure, what do? You sell the market. Gets here again, you sell the market. As you can see, there was a breakout around there. But what? Don't still get panicked. Remember, this 100% are correct. But you can see if you have been following this, if you following the video from the beginning, you can see we saw a lot of trade before this particular breakout, which we saw around this level. So let's still continue. Let's continue. Okay, I think it's important also explain how you use to trade what somewhere. Let me see, when the market is trending like this, just as you can see like this, how do you use what price action to trade it? What you just for is what break and retest strategy. Once is in what is in this particular motion. Let's still use something. Let's still use this. Remember something similar. What happened? This become our support at this level. It was our support here. So now what happened now after breaking that particular support? Sorry, okay, let me do this. After breaking that particular support, coming back again, but what you can see rejection, then what continuation. That means what there is likeliness that this market might be what a downtrend market. Remember, this was actually what the support. They came out what a resistance here. They came down and was show signs of rejection, which is what probably what the sellers are scared to take this side of this market. So what do you do now? Remember, it's more like a resistance at this level. So get to this market and get rejected. What you can do is what enter this market and put your stop loss above this previous structure because of what because it was our support and became what resistance at this level. So you can still see the market, but let's still continue. Let's for some other examples. Okay, status. This is still valid. This will be the last example on this. Remember, it works for boom and crash. Not only boom, not only crash. Let's still use this. So for this, it was our what? It was a support around here. So it was a resistance around there, become our what? Our support here. So what do? You mark your level. Once its support becomes a resistance, just join that level and then draw it down. Here you can take your trade, but let's say you didn't take this trade. This particular that got to that level particularly, you can take trade somewhere around there. Then this went below, came down to become our what? A resistance. So let me use this. So let's say, let me remove this. Let's say you take this particular market somewhere around there. Then what? You enter the market on a sale around this level. Probably maybe you might put your stop loss too close. You put your stop loss too close there, you might be cut out of the market. But assuming your stop loss was somewhere good above, somewhere like this, and your take profit was 2 times or even 3 times, you can see you will still be in what? Be in profit. Okay, this is even the end. Okay, let me see if there's any live trade, so I can take maybe a live trade already. Let's see. Okay, let's see this. Okay, this is support. This is support around here. This is support around here. Became a what? A resistance around here. But now we can't take it. Why? Because remember what the market is not showing any type of buy trend, just as it showed around this level. You can see that what the market shows that of the sellers still in control of this particular market. So let's go into the second method which I told you. Remember, this was for those with small amount of capital. If I see maybe a live trade, I might take a live trade. But don't forget, you can watch this video over and over again so you get the important information. And meanwhile, I'll still do a recap for those maybe I really didn't get. I will do a summary at the end of this video. So please do it to stay to the end of this video. I'm actually still putting eye on this particular structure, but it's not really respecting because this was a support here, broke, became a resistance here. So that means what? Remember what? It was not either a support around it because it broke above it, came down. It didn't show any sign that what is respecting what this particular level. There's you can see again the show signs there. You can see sign here. You can see sign here around it again. So let's just go into the next one. So let's use 30 minutes. So okay, let me move this. Let me move all this. Okay, for the 30 minutes analysis, once you should know, you can use the 1 hour. Let me use the 1 hour for clearer understanding. Once you should know about the price action to take boom and catch or the 1 hour chart is that it doesn't really respect the long time trade. It doesn't respect the long time trade of the market. When I mean it doesn't respect the long time trade, more like it doesn't respect the vertical or horizontal zone of the market. What the 1 hour or the 30 minutes obeys is what is trend line. Like let me say if you're using something like this, just as we use on the 5-minute chart, it doesn't really respect it on what on the higher time frame. What we respect is trend line. So what we use is what we use trend line in replace of what of that horizontal level. We should use it. So we use something like this. So you can see. So once you can the same principle applies. Once we have this now MC around here, before once about this is like remember in the 5 minutes time frame, you have to wait to become what? To become a resistance before you can take that particular market. Then on this, once a particular trend line is tested at least twice, it becomes what? Valid. And once it gets broken, becomes our resistance, it becomes valid still. So let's see somewhere around there. It was our support. Let's say you entered, this was the first, second, then that's somewhere you can see the profit. If you're entering here, you know where your stop loss is going to be below that structure, at least below this previous one. Then your take profit, I'm sure you can see. If you're using your 1 to 2, you're in good profit. Let's say it's nearly tested it somewhere around here. But let's say this is not valid. Let's see if you can see. Okay, this is the end. Let me take it back so you can see a lot of examples. Okay. Remember I said it follows what trend line. It doesn't really follow so you can see something around this. Remember, let's say this market was tested here, then this was the second one. So what do? You join this particular market, then take it down. So that's what happened? Sorry, let me just use another one. So let's say this is it. Remember after this, then this, they can now what? Join your trend line, then drag it down. What's going on? Oh shit. Okay, since that doesn't want to work, then let's use this for now so I don't waste your time. So let's say something around this level, this particular zone. So remember once it gets tested here and here, it's become more valid. That means what? It becomes a level for us to what? For us to put attention on. Then get to that same level again around there. You can see rejection around there. At this level, I cannot use your candlestick analysis. You can see some amount of low momentum reaction around there. That means we can enter this market at this particular level here. The way your stop loss be below that structure, and of course your take profit is 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, which you can see is already what? A good trade. And again, it got, let's say, around there again. You can see it somewhere around there, somewhere around there. So the same thing happens. I'm trying to see if I can use that line. Okay, something happened again. I really don't know why. Okay, I'm coming. Just a moment. Let me clear this. Please try and follow up all these what I'm saying around here. So let's say this particular structure. Now let's put it down here. Let's be a support because it's a downtrend market. So what happens? Remember I tested where? Okay, let me use this then. You tested around there. That means what it becomes what? Valid. So that means you join these two and these two together, then take it down. And once the market gets to that particular structure again, it becomes what? Expected. So what do? You start taking trade from that particular trend line. I'm looking for where I can see a good example. Or okay, somewhere around there. I think this was a good one again. This was a good one. Let's say this is the 2. Let's say use this as your second one. What's going on with the trend lines? Okay, let me just use this to avoid. Okay, let's say you took something around here. As you can see, this particular one, what happened to it here? Oh shit. You can see, at this level, it was support here. Then here now it became what? It became what? Our resistance, and still I'm still trying to use this particular thing. I really don't know why it's not working for now. It's actually supposed to work. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, good, it's working now. So that means what? You can see here was the support, here was the support, here was the support. That means you are taking what? This trade, because this is the first one, the second one. Then this is the third one. Then what came below it became a resistance here. That means the resistance is not valid. So you can take this trade, take this trade, take this trade. So that is actually how it works. I can use I can use a price action to trade boom and crash without any indicator. You can see there are examples everywhere. Let me see if you can see live trading here. I know what's good again. No live trade at all here. Remember I said don't use the horizontal line. Use the what? Use the trend line. Something around. So you join this and this together. So at this level, what I wait for is for the market to get that particular level. But since it's a downtrend, let's use the support level. Let's say I'm joining this. Let's say let me see. This is already down, so let's say I join this and this. So that means I would have taken probably maybe this particular trade around here if I seen this earlier. But this is already down, so I'm already out of this market. So that's actually how to use price action to trade your boom and crash. I really hope this information was useful. Remember, don't forget to click on the subscribe button if you gain any information from this, and don't forget to click the bell icon beside it, so once you post another video you get notified. And please do well to give this video a thumbs up. Of course, let's do a recap as usual. I said if you have a smaller account, that means you'll be doing your analysis on the 5 minutes or the 15 minute chart, but not on the 1 minute chart. So how do you do at that level? What you use is what? You can use the rectangular zone to mark your zone, but there afterwards be a support and a resistance. It's support must be as a support and as a resistance before it becomes what? Before it becomes valid. Then that means you cannot draw your line and then what? Take it as long as possible until it gets broken. Then start showing what signs of what? Another level of support and resistance. They cannot draw that one again for it to what? For it to be respected. And if you're using the 30 minutes or the 1 hour time frame, there you don't use the rectangular zone. What you use is the trend line. You just use the trend line because it hardly moves, let me say, in rectangular line. Let me say it's stopping this level and get there to that particular zone again. No. What it does is moves above that level. If it's in the uptrend, if it's downtrend, it goes below that one. So that's why I say what? Use your trend line. But still the same principles applied. And remember, as I said earlier, your stop loss and your take profit is very important because there's no strategy that is 100% corrective. So please don't forget to use the comment section to drop maybe any of your comments, information, or your questions